Chuck's howdy, and welcome to Ramblin Cast, episode 5. Ricky, you can start laughing now.
I don't remember my part again.
That's fine. Oh, I'm Anthony, your host, the dude, the man, the legend.
I don't remember what my part is. Is that just my part of the intro? I forget what my part of the intro is.
Sure, just remember what your name is.
Fuck.
Okay, well that's Ricky.
Yep.
Yes, Ricky. And Ricky, well, we haven't recorded in 2 weeks. You know, stuff happens. I don't get too upset.
Breaking news.
But we got a lot of, I think, personal stories, because I had some bullshit happen at work, and Ricky had some incidents. Do you want to get started with my thing or your thing?
You know, let's save the best for last.
Well, I am curious. I don't know if you want to talk about this. If you don't want to talk about this, we'll cut it out. But do you want to talk about your traffic ticket?
Yes, I got pulled over with suspended plates. It's not my fault.
It's the plate's fault.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
There's a section in time where I wasn't driving the truck, so I didn't have insurance on it. Put insurance on it before I started driving it again. Apparently my plates were suspended and, well, they never told me.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, that's very uninteresting story. But the cop.
The cop?
That is actually an interesting story.
Oh.
So I got pulled over on Super Bowl Sunday.
He just wanted to go home.
He looked like he was done. He was done with that day. He looked like he hated his life. He auditorily said, under his breath, "Thank God this one's not drunk."
Yeah, that's a lot of paperwork.
Like, when he saw I wasn't drunk, and I was doing what I was supposed to do, I had one little thing wrong. He seemed almost fucking ecstatic.
Do you think you're his first for the day?
I think I was his first sober person for the day.
Oh.
It was the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
people watched that for some fucking reason.
I don't know. I don't watch sports anymore. I kind of did as a kid, kind of. I was into baseball and basketball as a kid, but only because other parts of my family were. That was during the end of the Chicago Bulls years when everyone thought they could make a comeback, and they did not.
No.
No.
I don't. Is that a baseball team or a football team?
That is a badminton team.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm actually asking. That's not me playing stupid. That's me not actually not knowing.
That's a basketball team.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I guess I should talk about what's relevant to the podcast. We, as of this episode, are on Spotify.
Yay.
Since we didn't record last week, I decided to spend some time figuring out how to get this shit on Spotify. And it was actually a lot easier than I thought, but I did fall into a couple of holes. And so anyone out there who wants to start a podcast, I should mention, I'm sorry if you hear any background noises. We have a TV on in the background. Every professional podcast has a TV on in the background, yep, as you may know. But I want to give this site a shout out. It is Spotify for Podcasters is the website. They will host your audio files for free, unlike some other websites I tried to use that were fucking assholes. This is one website. It was called RSS, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is the where you just want to put it." So you put the first one in, it's free, and then you try to put the second one in, and it's like, "Oh no, you got to pay $180 a year." So I was like, "Fuck that shit." And then I've discovered Spotify for Podcasters, which I don't know if that's an actual Spotify brand or not, but it does work, and our podcasts are now on Spotify and YouTube, so you can listen to both. Or neither.
At the same time.
That's, yeah, you can listen to both at the same time.
If you can key them up, it's like surround sound.
You get 2 different podcasts, it sounds like you have 4 people.
You listen to all of them at once, it sounds like we don't suck.
That's not true. But we probably do sound like an improvement. Anyway, I'm trying to think what I should talk about first. I got three things that happened to me these last 2 weeks. One of them is work bullshit, and the other 2 involve angry people in public. So, do you think I should put the work bullshit in the middle and talk about 2 angry people in public?
You know what? 2 angry people in public kind of goes right along with my story. So do your work bullshit.
All right. Well, starting this week, the stupidest policy is starting at Amazon. I don't understand it, and I don't like it, but it's happening. And that is, starting on the 23rd, we are being forced to all wear hard hats for some reason. I don't understand why.
Bob the Builder, can we fix it? Bob the
No,
Builder,
we
no,
can't.
it's fucked.
Oh. I don't understand the hard hat. It's stupid. It's dumb. So we had these machines. They're called order pickers, and that joke's not making it in the video.
No, it's not.
But these machines already have like a ceiling on top of our head. And so I don't understand why we have to wear these hats, because if something smashes through that ceiling, we are kind of just fucked regardless if we have a hard hat on or not.
Yeah.
We also have some other stupid shit happening. We have a thing called a LiDAR, which is a laser system to detect if there's something in front of you. Basically, our machines used to be fun to drive, and now they're more of a chore.
Well, that light is actually, that's federal law. That's supposed to be already on there.
Oh, well, we just started doing that, like, this month.
Yeah.
Well, last month.
When I worked at the tractor factory,
Mm.
well, I don't give a fuck. When I worked for Caterpillar, they had it on all the forklifts and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the law.
Well, I will say we don't have LiDAR on everything yet, so whenever I will go to work, I usually just pick one of the unmolested machines, honestly. I hate it. I hate the hard hats more. Also, we drive a stupid machine. The hard hat, I feel like, could cause some visibility issues. So I'm just saying, if I hit more things with the hard hat, I should use it as an excuse.
Okay, is it, like,
We
bump cap, or is it an actual hard hat?
we have not seen it yet. We will not see it until we are forced to wear them on the 23rd. I don't even know what they look like.
Well, let me know, because I gotta wear a bump cap, but that just goes inside my hat. And as you see,
From what I heard, it's like a real hard hat.
ah,
That's probably going to be cheap hard hat.
and they probably won't let you wear anything that's not company approved.
I mean, we wear our shirts.
No, like safety equipment.
Maybe, sorta.
So you probably can't even get a comfortable hard hat.
Probably not. See, what I would love to do is, as much as I hate the hard hat idea, I do kind of like it because, I might just dress up as the engineer from Team Fortress 2 for Halloween. But I think our hard hats are going to be red or something stupid.
Yeah, because I have a hard hat for work in case I go to like a work site or something like that where I have to wear a hard hat. So when you get sweaty fat man hard hat, I gave the sweaty fat man hard hat to I don't remember what his nickname is, so I don't care. And I got the new shiny hard hat, but we both bought hard hats right after that, so if we ever have to go places like that again, we have hard hats.
Huh? What? What'd you just say? I zoned out. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whatever you just said, I did not listen to a single word of that.
Why?
I don't know. I just kept hearing the word hard hat, and I was like, what's with the deal with all these hard hats? Are there stripper hats? I'm sorry.
I'll give you the condensed version. Me have hard hat
Fat, sweaty hard hat.
at work
Uh-huh.
in case I go to place where I need hard hat.
Okay.
So they don't give me fat, sweaty man hard hat.
Oh, I understand. Okay, I'm sorry. The repeated use of the word hard hat distracted me. I'll be honest with you.
And they say I'm autistic.
Yeah, and I have I have the tard card. That's what we're calling that from now on. Alright, well, I guess we can just talk about angry people, unless you want to talk about something.
No.
You know-
It sounds stupid that you have to wear hard hats given your working conditions. I mean, That's about all I can say about that.
We handle boxes that weigh under 40 pounds. I don't understand why we have hard hats.
I mean, that's really not going to hurt your head. That's going to more break your entire fucking neck.
Exactly.
But it's going to break your entire fucking neck a little bit easier because it's going to have the leverage of the hard hat.
Yay, one of my discs are still in place. But if they have stickers on it, I'm going to put some weird shit on my hat. Like, I'm thinking it's going to say Tard Hat instead of Hard Hat. And I'm going to be like, it's my Tard Hat. Because I'm wearing it. I don't know. I hate it. I guess we'll talk about angry people. So I went to McDonald's yesterday. Haha, fat guy goes to McDonald's. And I went inside because drive-thru was full and I just didn't want to sit in drive-thru. Mm-hmm. And immediately inside, there was a lot of people. So there was a lot of, like, families with kids. I think there was some, like, sporting event that happened that day locally.
Okay.
And there was this other group. I think they were cheerleaders. But I'm saying that they were kids in this McDonald's mostly. And adults.
My story doesn't feel right now.
Well, thankfully, they're just bystanders. But they added to the story a little bit. Because there's 2 funny incidents that involved the kids. And the kids weren't the angry ones. So I don't want to be racist. Mm-hmm. But there was another group of people. You can see where this is going. Uh-huh. They were 3 really tall black guys and this white short chick.
That's the MO of this is gonna be a bad time.
And anyway, I got my order.
And no, it's not the black guys. It's the short white chick.
Anyway, so I was doing my order, and it was taking a while. But then the white lady came up to the counter, and she just started screaming and going off. They're like, they screwed up my order. They took too long. This and that. And one of the McDonald's employees was like one of the cleanup crew guys. They weren't even handling the food. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, the white one, the little white chick, I think it's funny because the 3 tall black guys are just standing there silently. But the one crazy white chick they had was just screaming at this poor janitor guy and talking about how he should be making the food because they need help back there and all this crazy stuff. And you're just walking around. I don't know what was going on, but she was just freaking the fuck out. And all the kids were watching. Here comes the funny part. So so eventually that girl just walked out. That's the angry person. I just thought it was so weird that someone had such a weird freak out at McDonald's. And then I also saw she had like 3 kids. I didn't even know she had kids, but all 3 of the men she had kids with them. They were all babies. Anyway, so the janitor guy was mopping, and then one of the cheerleaders, I guess she had like an ADHD freak out and started running around the restaurant. She ran where the guy mopped, and she literally went across the restaurant. 1 foot fell right on the ground. And this is all in one McDonald's trip, by the way.
That guy quit. That guy just straight up quit.
Oh no, the funny part. After she fell, after she did that, the kid walks out with the wet floor sign and puts it there. But no, so I finally got my order, and I was heading out, and I guess they gave me like the worst bag ever, because I had drinks in one hand, the bag in the other hand, and it tore. It just ripped, and all my fries on the floor. So I went back inside. I was like, can I just get my fries again? And they did. But before I left, one of the families that was there was also leaving. And I guess they had like a 4 or 5-year-old, really, really, young kid. She walked out the door, saw some floor fries, and started munching on them. And the mom just started screaming from the outside. Like, I didn't know what was going on. But the fries that I dropped, the kid just started, like, eating them off the floor. And the mom just started freaking out. She's like, no, not the floor fries. No.
Never go inside the McDonald's again.
And once again, this all happened, it took like a half an hour to get my food, by the way. But it was all fresh. I assume the floor fries were also fresh. But that was my McDonald's experience. And this is all in one trip. That was all the same visit to McDonald's. I felt like a bystander. I felt like I couldn't do anything. It's like, if I do something, someone else might get injured or cause some other bizarre
I'm
occurrence.
sorry. If all that happens within one trip, I'm leaving. Fuck the food. I'm leaving.
It was really funny. Well, the worst part was when I tried to leave, that's when the bag ripped, and that's when the floor fries incident happened. I don't know. And there was like 2 kids. I don't know if they both started eating them or just one. I don't know. I didn't. I just heard the screaming and saw a kid putting fries in their mouth from the floor. And I heard them too. I heard one of them say, "Ooh, fry," and I was like, "Oh my fucking god, don't do it!" Oh, and I left. I didn't pick it up. I left it. I left it for the employees to deal with. It was like right out the front door. Like you couldn't miss it. That was my trip to McDonald's this week. And next time I'm just going to go through drive-thru, I think.
Yeah, just from now on until you die, just go through the drive-thru.
Well, my last angry person story, it's not really that interesting, but it was just kind of made me sad of the sad state of this state. I went to a pawn shop today because I forgot to bring this up. I bought an SNES last week, and I have every single Nintendo console now.
Cool.
Home console. I don't have a Virtual Boy or a Game Boy yet. But I got SNES, and I didn't get any games from the game store because I'm not gonna lie, I was at the register, I was checking out, and I looked to my left, and I saw it there for like $70. And I was like, I'm not gonna find a better price than that. And so I bought it then and there. But I bought a game at the pawn shop, and while there was this guy trying to sell an AR-15 to the pawn shop. And it's just very sad because the guy was getting really frustrated, and the guy behind the counter was like, I don't know if we can legally buy this anymore. Like, God, what a terrible condition this state is in, truly.
Yep.
And then he had to like call his boss, and the boss didn't know. And then I left the pawn shop around the same time the guy selling the gun did. He like started punching his car window, his truck window. So I guess he was not very happy. They offered him like $200 because they were unsure on the legality of it. And it's like, I'll just give you $200 and we'll see. And I guess he said no to the $200. But yeah, that's my angry person. I think that's basically the summary of the last 2 weeks of my life. Nothing important happened except the McDonald's trip. That was like a life building experience, honestly. Yeah. I guess we want to talk about your last 2 weeks.
I guess nothing really too crazy. I mean, I worked my first monthly weekend. That didn't go too bad.
Yeah.
My boss has a weird thing for the song "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John.
I'm still standing like but then it's a good song.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's just kind of a random thing that started very abruptly.
I had a random thing with a song a few months ago, but I don't want to talk about that.
And I've only heard it like 13 times this week. And last week I heard it 14, so...
You keeping count, nice.
I mean, I got a raise at work.
Nice. How much? Oh, I shouldn't ask that, never mind.
A big.
Nice.
Big, very big.
Nice.
I'll explain more after.
Okay. Are you buying me something?
No.
Oh.
No. Fuck you.
All this guy used to do was give me $20 gift cards to McDonald's on my birthday, then he stopped.
Yep.
Maybe for the best, because shit happens at McDonald's apparently. Apparently shit goes down at McDonald's, and I was not aware of it till recently.
A lot of weird things happen at McDonald's.
I also have another restaurant story, but we'll do that later. You can keep going. There's something you wanted to bring up, Ricky. Come on, quit denying it.
Yeah, my neighbor.
Did you really forget, or
no?
Or are you just playing that up?
No, neighbor got arrested, and it's partially sad and scary, but the rest of it is fucking hilarious. Because if you know how this shit goes down for the when you're getting arrested for being a potential kitty fiddler,
yeah,
pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
It does not go the way this normally. Normally, it doesn't go this way. This is a weird situation.
You can tell. Yeah. This was his neighbor. His neighbor, who I want to just state, before this incident, I just assumed he was a nice guy. Because I seen him around. He never seemed like a peculiar person. He just seemed like a friendly guy. Who I think he had some past issues, but I thought he got over it.
Yeah, he does have past issues, but nothing
like this.
No.
But unfortunately...
Each your standard issued 50-year-old man that wears bib overalls and drives around in his old truck all day doing odd jobs.
It's a shame. It's a cool truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really never... I didn't even know he took time off. I don't know where he would have got the time to do all this, to be honest. He's always working. But, I guess he got to texting what he thought was an underage girl. Turns out it was a sting operation. But if you know how that goes, normally they give you an address. They have like, what words do I use to explain the actor that they would have do this to get him in the house?
An actor?
Would you say dwarf or someone with dwarfism?
A very young-looking person. Probably someone who's like 20, like a young adult that could pass for like a 16-year-old.
Yeah, basically it's what they use. And then normally a bunch of cops just pop out and arrest them. Problem is that's not what happened. That is not at all what the fuck happened.
No.
So the way I read it and the way... Okay, this guy's kind of not the brightest sometimes.
Oh, I read that.
So, he got pulled over on the way to this Jump Out Boy house for the sting operation. I guess, from the way I read it, he just bluntly and brutally told the cops where he was going and what he was going there for, and they arrested him there.
Basically, he got pulled over, and he said, I'm here to meet I'm driving to meet a 14-year-old girl, to the cop who pulled him over, is what Ricky's trying to say.
Yep. I didn't know if I explained that well enough, thank you.
It was a little hard, but I think you got it.
Yeah, so, again, that's not normally how it happens. So my thought is, there's a house full of fucking amped up jump out boys getting ready to tackle the fuck out of this guy.
He's a kind of big guy.
He used to be
like 700 pounds.
Yeah. Gastric bypass. There's a room of amped up jump out boys that basically got blue balled by probably a guy probably a trainee pulling them over for something stupid like a license plate light or something. And they just all got blue balled and they're just like,
you're gonna go where to do what now?
And they just get the call, hey, your guy, we just arrested him. He told us where they were coming to you, so we arrested him. They're just like, God fucking damn it.
You know what would have been funnier if the police just let him go, be like, yeah, he's saying to meet the 14-year-old girl, but that's the Sting House address. Like, he just gave the address, like, yeah, it's the Sting House. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Some officer just think he made his career by this discovery when he realized he just arrested an idiot and pissed up a bunch of jump out boys.
Yeah. He's gonna get demoted now.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get his ass kicked by the other officers.
Anyway.
Yeah, this situation is very abnormal, but honestly, most situations are very abnormal with this guy.
I guess it's just been a very abnormal week for both of us.
I'm sorry, I can't get over it.
It's funny.
House full of fucking basically SWAT guys. And they're just like, we got him. He told us what we were doing and we pulled him over for a license plate light. And they're just like, God fucking damn it. I don't get to do anything.
I don't get to do anything no more. I can't even beat up a pedophile.
And again, not even close to the first person we know that got caught up in one of these sting operations.
Yeah, we know. Brain dead. I only know 2 of the sting operations. The other ones that I know are real victim issues that happened.
Yeah.
We know like 4 or 5 people that this has basically happened to.
I mean, but the rest of them got to the
house.
The sting house.
Oh, yeah.
Would it be improper to call it the peen house?
Maybe.
But I hate that we're catching more and more people like this, but it's good we're catching them.
Yeah.
I just wish it would be less people we know.
I wish. Yeah. At some point people are like, huh. It's all a triangle to these 2 fuckers. Like, no, we just know bad people.
No, I hate pedos as much as you do.
Well, I did want to talk about this during the news, but I guess we can talk about it now. Did you hear about Idaho? Idaho is having the death sentence for pedophiles.
Yes!
Or registered sex offender. I don't know the proper term. But yeah.
People that chomos, people that touch kids, people that deserve to die.
Yeah, the Idaho is now putting them in death sentences. We'll see how that goes. But
so,
I will say, I do like it, but I will never respect Idaho in my entire life.
You know, Florida did that a few months back.
I thought it was a couple years back, but yeah.
It's something that needs to happen
everywhere,
nationwide. It needs to be death sentence to harm women or children.
Well, some women. Ricky looked at me like, what the fuck?
Again, if you harm women or children, I believe you should be put to death for that.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about with your week? Or do you think that's about all for the week segment?
Let me think. Oh, my brain just froze. So I'm gonna guess that's probably it for this week.
Oh, are you sure you don't want to give you a minute to think?
No, we're good. We're good to roll.
Oh, you didn't want to talk about the other one?
What?
Oh, okay.
Am I forgetting something?
Never mind. So, this is our part where we talk about wrap-up. Talk about last episode. So you asked, would you consider cucking to be a sport? And believe it or not, the man who asked the question, Tennessee boy, said yes, cucking is a sport. So I guess the man himself said it. The cucker. The cucker himself. This, by the way, this is not the only time in this podcast we're going to say the word cucker. Hint, hint. To what happened this week. Yeah. So I guess there's that. Last episode we did talk about King of the Hill. I don't know if there's anything you want to bring up last minute about King of the Hill or not.
No, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, we talked about King of the Hill to death last episode. So if you're a fan of King of the Hill, check that out.
Mm-hmm.
But last thing I really got to bring up before our news segment, and I should mention, this week's topic is going to be a little less because I didn't know what to write down or talk about. Anyway, stickers. This podcast is going to be putting stickers around everywhere, and we're just going to see how long until we get in trouble about it.
Okay. I want to preface to say this with Anthony's going to be putting stickers around. I'm going to be putting stickers in places I have permission to do so and legal places.
Some other guy named Anthony, not involved in this podcast, may or may not put stickers in places that he shouldn't. Actually, oh my god, did I tell you, when I scout around like 20, 30 locations, and one of them I thought was going to be really good, and then on the back it says something like, this is a federal thing. You cannot, can't put any graffiti or something on it, or else you will be charged or something. I was like, all right, I'm gonna write this place down right there, right next to the sign.
Yeah.
But yeah, the stickers aren't here yet, so we'll talk more about them when they come in. But I designed them because I had a very stupid idea and I thought it was really funny. They involve bananas.
So kind of like the If I Die banana?
If I die banana, what?
Yeah, if I die, banana.
Is this a reference to something that I should know?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
If I die banana, is this Banana Bus?
No.
Can
You're not going to get, no.
Only you would know this?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to explain or no?
No.
Okay. Do you want to get into the news?
Maybe.
Okay.
If you make me.
I'll take your nipples.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay. Our first thing on the news board is something I'm very excited about. So about December, I think, I sent a little email to Criterion and said, hey, you should put Freddy Got Fingered in your collection. And while that hasn't happened yet, the Criterion channel, which is their streaming service, this month is having a thing dedicated to the Razzies. And so, one of the movies they added was Freddy Got Fingered. So, you can watch your classic movies, you can watch your Citizen Kane, you can watch your Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Classic movies, I'm bad at... You can watch your... No, they don't have that. You can watch your Seven Samurai, you can watch your Godzilla, and you watch your Freddy Got Fingered all in one streaming service.
You know, there's too many people at work that know both Freddy Got Fingered and Fear and Loathing.
Oh, that's great.
It's kind of weird. Because it's like a whole crew of people that know both movies and can reference both movies.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun place to work. See, when I go to work and I start swearing about golf shoes, people are like, should we call the police? And yes, they should call the police.
I just looked at a Jeep guy and yelled, tell me about the fucking golf shoes. And everybody just went like, you seen that movie too?
I read the book and saw the movie.
I listened to the audiobook.
Oh my lord. The guy in the audiobook does such a bad Hunter S. Thompson impression, it's hard to stand.
I wish they can find... why can't they just get Johnny Depp to do it?
Or just have a normal guy. Or they get Steve Buscemi. That'd be fun.
I think somebody could do it better.
I mean, Johnny Depp probably would do it. I mean, he was friends with Hunter.
You shot him out of a fucking cannon.
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
You better do it. Okay, now fuck off.
Oh, there goes the dog. But, yeah, I'm glad Freddy Got Fingered is on the Criterion channel. But I do hope that someday we can get that Blu-ray 4K release. Director's cut, green cut.
The green cut.
Of Freddy Got Fingered.
The green cut.
I'll also bring up they added Ishtar. Ishtar, baby! Alright, next news. Jim Carrey, the man who said he's leaving Hollywood, is coming back to play Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I like Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
You know, the one thing I will say about his thing with Robotnik and Hollywood, I kind of respect it because how I see it is that Jim Carrey hates everything about movies. He hates Hollywood. But I think the Sonic movie is the one place where he's like, yeah, I'll just do Robotnik. I don't know if he's like a Sonic fan or if his kids were a Sonic fan or what's up with that. But I'm glad because I have a feeling that Robotnik's probably going to be his last role he'll ever play for a long time.
I mean, how long can you really deal with those stupid ass bots?
I don't know. So do you want to talk about Carl Weathers? Do you know who that is?
No.
The man who played Apollo passed away.
Oh, yeah.
Apollo Creed.
Those are good movies.
I actually have not seen... Well, I saw Creed, but I have not seen any of the Rocky movies.
They're decent. They're decent.
I don't know if you wanted a second to talk about Creed or Apollo or anything.
I mean, he was already...
canonically dead.
Yeah,
in the
dead
movie.
in series, but they were kind of going off. I really wish we could have got him back for like a flashback in the Creed movies.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And he was really good in Rocky.
He's also a voice actor too, apparently. He did the voice of the Basketball King in an episode of Regular Show. I don't know if you know who that character is.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. But it's kind of sad. But hey, he was old, so I will say if someone's old, then you kind of be fine with it. All right, we're going to talk about some YouTuber drama.
All right.
So the thing about this is, I don't know if you know who this person is, but this is a person that I liked as a kid, and this is one of those incidents where looks can be deceiving, like your neighbor. This is the one and only Chuggaaconroy. He is a child-friendly Nintendo Let's Player. And he's been on YouTube for a long time. He has been on YouTube for at least like 13 years or so. I remember watching his videos as a kid. the main games I remember him playing were Pikmin and what was it? There's another game series I remember. Oh, the Paper Mario series. I remember those are the two series I mostly watched him play.
Mm-hmm.
In the Pikmin community, there's like this meme where you have one single red Pikmin. You call him Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did that in our unreleased Pikmin playthrough. That will come out one day, but not today. I'm pretty sure I made those jokes about Steve. But old Chuggaaconroy...
Stop eating grass.
Yeah, our Pikmin had a problem with eating grass. But Chuggaaconroy was outed for having a foot fetish. Which is not inherently bad. It's weird, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's bad because he was harassing people that were under the age of 18, mostly.
God damn it, another pedo.
Now, I don't know the full story. All I know is that he talked to a girl who was, I think, 16 or so. And he would just only talk about feet, pretty much. It was, like, weirdly unsexual. It was, like, all humiliation stuff. And feet sniffing. And sneaker sniffing. Like, he wanted to sniff shoes. He wanted to roleplay with this girl. And the girl was not into it, apparently. And he's been doing this for about 10 years with several different women of all different ages, some over and some under. And I guess the main thing he just wanted to do was just sniff some toes, you know? But it's just weird. It's just weird, man. It's sad because, like I said, I watched Chuggaaconroy. He's one of the YouTubers that I thought I could be like, yeah, he's a good guy. And I guess he wasn't. And one last fact about Chuggaaconroy that I'll bring up because I know it and I haven't heard anyone else bring it up yet. Is he is one of the only... Well, he was one of the first people ever to see Cloud in Smash Brothers because Nintendo hired him like 10 years ago to basically watch the trailer. And apparently their idea was they didn't know how Americans would handle Cloud from Final Fantasy and Smash because they didn't know if Final Fantasy was big here or not, which it is. And so they made him... He was one of the first people to ever see Cloud in Smash Brothers. And now he's outed as having a foot fetish and harassing younger women.
Pedophile. Just say it, pedophile.
Miyamoto! And then, yeah. But, to the next... Oh, God. So we definitely had a lot of news this week. The news segment's probably going to be the biggest part of the video. So did you hear about this? A kid on YouTube cut off his dad's head and then uploaded him holding the decapitated head and complaining about the government. Have you seen that one?
No.
So this happened about a week ago. This happened last week. This is something we were supposed to talk about last video. Last week. Basically, it was... And, you know, I don't know how you're going to react. Just calm down. But basically, it was... this dad and his son who had some sort of rivalry or something. Mm-hmm. And apparently his son was a little out there as a normal person who decapitates somebody is. Mm-hmm. And he was this super alt-right, anti-government freak-out guy. And the problem was that his dad was apparently some sort of federal agent. Fed. I don't know what he was a Fed for. I'm not sure anything really, I guess. But apparently this kid and his dad always kind of disliked each other because of that. And so one day, I guess, the kid had enough and killed his dad and decapitated him and then literally uploaded the video to YouTube of him holding his dad's head and talking about how Joe Biden is the devil and all this stuff. And they're just kind of crazy. It's just...
Yeah, they're...
Especially on YouTube. You just don't expect that kind of shit to just pop up one day.
Again... I'm one of the normal government-hating people. We don't do shit like that.
Don't cut off your dad's head and post it to YouTube.
No, we just kind of quietly sit and complain about everything. I mean, normal shit, sit and complain. Yeah. I mean, we really don't endorse shit like that. I mean, armor plating a bulldozer, perfectly A-okay. Yeah. But that's a little far.
Unfortunately, despite the fact I tried, I didn't watch the decapitation video. I didn't watch it. There was a thing that happens later on that I did watch, and that actually was an accident that just popped up on my screen. But I didn't see the kid decapitation. But I heard a lot of reaction. I saw a few pictures, and that's about all I saw of it. So, yeah. Anyway, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was offered $100 million to show his dick on OnlyFans, by OnlyFans, and he declined.
So how much money?
$100 million.
Bitch, what angle do you want? How many pictures do you want?
Snoop Dogg apparently makes so much that he just said no to it, so...
To be all honest, I don't really care. What angle do you want? Do you want it to wear costumes?
Yeah. So next I put Toby Keith. I don't know much about Toby Keith, so I'll just leave it off to Ricky.
Great country singer. Really classic. One of the best 90s country singers. Highly patriotic, which, again, for me saying I don't like the government would surprise you. I'm actually very patriotic, so I appreciate that a lot. And seems like a great person all the way around.
I don't know much about him. I heard some of his songs. I think my mom had a weird country thing. I know she listens to a country artist you hate, but I also know she listened to Toby Keith.
Yeah.
Who's that country artist you hate a lot?
Fucking Garth Brooks.
Yeah, Garth Brooks. That's the guy my mom likes for some reason.
I hate him.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, he kind of one of the best newer 90s country artists.
Basically as new as you can get, while still being good.
I mean, there's still another layer of new where I think it's good, but I don't know. Toby Keith, Alan Jackson's
great.
And all that is kind of the last few good country singers.
Would you say it's like there's like a golden age and they were like the bronze age or something?
Yeah. No, they're still as good as the Willie Nelson, all that. They're just a little different for the times.
A little different flavor.
I mean, there's still some good country artists in the early 2000s. There's still a few. I mean, they're not on labels or anything. They don't have recording contracts, but there's still some good country singers out there. But he's one of the last few that really were there before the nail went in the coffin.
Okay.
Great music.
Well, we're talking about a great musician. You want to talk about a bad one? Because we got some news. You remember a little bit ago I said that I didn't see the kid decapitate his dad, but I saw something else on accident. This is that something else. Drake, some singer that I don't really know, his nudes leaked, and it popped up on my screen, and I had to learn about it. And basically what everyone agreed is that he has a huge penis. Everyone hates him, but he has a huge penis, so congratulations. I was really disappointed because I heard Drake, and I thought it was going to be the pedophile Drake Bell, but then it turned out to be some black guy.
God damn it.
Huge penis, though.
What the fuck?
Okay. So my favorite anime crosses over with my most hated video game. Cowboy Bebop is going to have some crossover with Overwatch 2 that we don't know yet. And that's basically about it.
Yep.
I wish Cowboy Bebop could have crossed over with literally anything else. And it probably would have been better than Overwatch 2. Yeah. Probably not Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but still. Alright, this is more video game news. Disney bought a video game. Can you guess what video game they bought? Fortnite, baby, it's never ending. Disney bought Fortnite and now basically owns like 70% of it.
Okay, did they buy it or did they own 70% of it?
They can kind of do both if you think about it, because they're Disney. I mean, it's like they own 70% of it, but are they not going to listen to Disney whenever the Disney says something?
Again, Disney just needs to stop fucking buying things.
Disney needs to stop existing. It should have ended when the guy fucking died.
Yeah.
They should have been like, oh, well, let's finish up his animations, maybe make Disney World, and just cut right then and there.
Yep.
Yep. I hate Fortnite. I hate Disney. Animation's dead. And, fuck you. Speaking of which, Moana 2, which is a Disney movie, has a sequel that no one knew about until they released a trailer for it. I don't care because I never saw the first one. Alright, Butch Hartman, the creator of Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Tough Puppy, and Benson is a Beast, wants Tom Holland to play Danny Phantom in the live-action Danny Phantom movie. And, I guess this would be my only time to say it. Every, 10 years, Hollywood has a twink. And currently it's Tom Holland. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I wanted to play Danny Phantom, but I guess it's not my decision.
I'm tired of reboots and remakes. To be all honest.
Yeah. Well, did you hear that King Charles has cancer? Already. It's his first year on the job.
Okay, so. Preface this by saying, back up to the other part, patriotic. In 1776, we had this thing. It's called We Made America.
Well, I didn't say what cancer yet. You didn't get the joke. He most likely has prostate cancer.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Again, in 1776, we had the ability to stop caring about the royal family. So,
I just think it's interesting. I thought we could have made fun of the king for being old, just like the president.
Again, don't care.
Okay. Should I talk about the next one? It has to do with international stuff too. Tucker Carlson went to Russia to interview Putin, the first American person to interview Putin in a long time. I keep saying Putin weird, I'm sorry.
Did he get anything interesting, or is it just a bunch of bullshit?
Mostly bullshit. It's about 2 hours long, and I only watched the first 30 minutes of it because it's not a fun thing to really sit through. Believe it or not, watching two people you fucking hate is not a fun time. But it's real interesting because it seems like a lot of people are slowly being more supportive of Putin, which not a good thing. Not a good thing at all.
You were supposed to go. I don't understand people anymore.
But I guess the funny thing that everyone took is that Tucker Carlson, he really wanted to compare Vladimir Putin to your average American conservative. And Putin was like, nah man, I'm an atheist. And he's like, nah man, I'm just basically a dictator. It was just really weird. And then apparently Tucker Carlson went on a trip around Russia, and I guess the thing that really surprised him was he saw shopping cart. You know, when you go to Aldi's and you have those shopping carts where you have to put a quarter in it? Tucker Carlson got excited when he saw one of those because he'd never seen one before. I thought it was some advanced civilization idea.
No, Aldi's has been doing that since after World War II.
Pretty much.
Because Aldi's has existed since after World War II.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I mean, the Germans made a pretty goddamn incredible grocery store. Still can't engineer a World War win.
No. But I will say,
maybe they'll get them in 3.
That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say, I don't like Tucker Carlson, but I guess he had some balls to go to Russia and talk to the big man. Maybe.
Well, you needed to slap him on the penis and tell him to stop.
They might have had bang time afterwards. I could see it. I could see Vladimir Putin be like, oh yes, it's been a while since I had American pussy. Tucker Carlson was like, oh, I love such a manly man who can man this country. And his shopping carts, return them. And his green M&Ms. Anyway, That's what happened. And yeah. that I don't know. The next news is not even in the same ballpark as that one. So, should I just keep going? Or?
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay. Gary Schwartz is going to be a new announcer in Skullgirls, and he's playing a Russian announcer. And so, basically, Skullgirls now has the Heavy from Team Fortress 2 as an announcer in their game. I used to play Skullgirls a lot. Ricky has no idea what that is.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue.
It's a fighting game. But
it
the Heavy...
Sounds like a porn game, to be honest.
That's kind of how it started. Alabama radio station loses 200-foot radio tower. Someone stole it.
What?
Someone stole it. Someone stole a 200-foot radio tower, Ricky. This is Alabama.
I thought you were going to go with it. Oh, it fell down. Oh, it broke. It got hit by someone just yoinked it.
Someone took it. And apparently they didn't see who it was.
How the fuck do you take that stealthy?
I don't know.
Sneak it out of there in your fucking pocket?
Is that a radio tower in your pocket? Or are you just excited to see me?
Like, I can't logically see how that would be anywhere close to possible to steal without someone noticing. Somebody saw some shit, and they ain't saying.
I don't know. The weird things just go missing sometimes, and sometimes it's a 200-foot radio tower.
Did fucking Billy Bob just throw it in the back of his truck and just drive off with it? It was by a curve, so it should have been free.
I could make a good septic system out of this.
That's some pretty good pipe, though. I mean, he's not wrong for stealing it, but he's wrong for stealing it.
Listen, if you could steal a 200-foot radio tower and get away with it, honestly, is there even a crime at that point? At some point, someone was just so stupid or lazy that they should just have, like...
There's probably not a law for it, because I didn't think it was an option.
Wow, the one time Alabama doesn't have a law for something. That and cousin fucking.
So that's actually heavily illegal in Alabama.
Oh, damn it. The feds are finally taking over.
I want to know the logistics of fucking how they did it without getting noticed.
If we get more updates on the radio tower situation, I'll let you know.
But do you know how much power goes to a fucking radio tower?
I do not. I'm not an electioneer. Electrocute, no.
A fuckload of power. Like...
Well, hopefully it didn't do it while I was still plugged in.
When do you unplug a radio tower?
I don't know.
Where the fuck do you unplug a radio tower?
Well, the big question... Well, I don't know. Does anyone, like, listen to a radio that often to notice?
I listen to the radio.
Yeah, but you're weird.
I mean, irregardless, like, someone's gonna notice it's missing.
Also, I think we're underestimating the size of 200 fucking feet. Like, that's larger than Godzilla. Like, I'm not kidding.
That is, yeah, I know, it's massive.
It's huge. That's a big penis.
I mean, someone's getting a lot of fucking channels.
Oh my god, honey, look, we got NASCAR TV all the way down here in Alabama.
That's where you would get NASCAR TV, you dipshit.
They only have this here in Georgia.
Like, what? How are they gonna get rid of it without no one noticing?
I wonder if he'll try to take it to a scrapyard. Like, hey, I just got this unsuspicious 200-foot radio tower. It's got, you know, a couple yeah. Don't ask why it's so torn up at the bottom. I'm curious on how he just pulled the fucking thing out. It's really a mystery. Like, how the hell did that happen?
I honestly need to see a picture of the site to get some clue of what the fuck happened.
I don't know if I have a picture, but I can look for one real quick.
Like, is there another radio station in town and their tower went bad?
Oh no, the one radio tower in Alabama and you had to steal it. Apparently that's the site where it used to be. And that's it in the background there. It looks like a porta potty.
Is there a picture of it gone?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe they took the whole building. The building doesn't look like it's being held down very much. I don't see a picture of it gone, though.
So, someone's not only got the best goddamn TV antenna you can get.
They got the best outhouse, too.
They also got a new shed.
Only I can park our tractor in here. Well, is there anything you want else to say? Because I think we just said it all. Hey. You know, we have this podcast. If that guy from Alabama is listening, play our podcasts on your 200-foot radio tower.
Please, stream our podcast from that radio tower. Please. If you still have it.
We need views.
Again, we know you still have it.
We know you still have it.
If you stole it, you're just going to be like, look at this cool ass son of a bitch I stole.
Just bring it around town. He just has it in the back of his pickup truck, driving around town. Just like knocking in like power lines and shit. Look what I brought. You're supposed to get skunk, not radio tower.
I mean, I guess it's the same thing as the old farmers having old 50s police cars in their barns. Yeah. Did they just yoink back in the 50s and it's been sitting in the barn ever since?
Yeah,
which is a surprisingly happens a lot. There's a lot of just old cop cars sitting in barns.
There was two that were actually right next to me, sorta. Two nice old police cars, and I really wanted them. Then they just disappeared one day. I guess the guy sold them. They were really cool. I didn't get up close to see what model or what they were. I should have.
Yeah, that was like a thing in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
It was definitely a 60s cop car, definitely.
A lot of the farm boys would just yoink a cop car and throw it back in the barn. Forget about it for a few decades, and after they pass, they just walk into that barn. There's a cop car Grandpa stole back in the day.
Yeah.
There.
Back before everything had a fucking GPS in it, you can actually get away with shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess they never put a GPS on the radio tower. Dipshits.
Can you imagine how many cops have been fired because their car just disappeared?
Well, we got a funny cop story, but that's literally the last article. But let's keep going, because we still got a lot here. Pan, the Rebel Taxi, is doing a video on Super Milk Chan, which is anime that I was introduced to as a teenager, and I thought was really funny because I was a stupid kid. Mm-hmm. But the reason I bring it up is because I want to see if I can get you to remember the one episode of Super Milk Chan I forced you to watch. Do you have any recollection?
Nope.
Okay, it was about this character who was the president who lost his cat. He got really depressed because he wanted to fuck his cat. Any memory or no?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, not even a little bit.
But that was the episode. The guy really wanted to fuck his cat. I mean, who doesn't? Let's be honest, who doesn't?
No.
Oh, okay. You didn't want that pussy?
No. Speaking of that, one of my friend's brothers fucked their dog. Fucked the family dog.
Do you want to get more in depth with that, or should we just keep going?
When I say who the friend is, you'll know exactly who it is, and you'll go, yeah, that happened.
Okay. Oh, is that the guy? Yeah, I think I know the brother.
Yeah. Can you understand why that's not a surprise?
Ooh, we're gonna have to cut that out. Ooh, we're gonna have to cut that one out. Ooh, that's an exclusive joke right there, guys. Sorry.
I don't get the joke. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that one out. He actually does listen to the podcast.
Don't worry. I'll edit this. I promise. Ricky, I totally won't put an AI generated voice of Ricky saying something terrible.
No, stop, no.
Alright, so next thing in the news, there were Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League leaks and an Easter egg.
And nobody cares.
So, the Easter egg, because it kind of involves the leaks, says, he will return with a bat symbol in the game, implying that even though Batman is dead, he's not actually dead. Wow, who would have thought? And
I thought Batman's dead in that series?
Yeah, he died in the Suicide Squad game. They killed him.
Oh.
But the leaks are that the Justice League are going to come back. Apparently, after you kill them, they somehow magically come back to life, and they're unbrainwashed. Yeah, and that's basically about all for that. John Dilworth, the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog, had a pilot that was rejected by Cartoon Network and was released to his YouTube. It is a prequel series to Courage the Cowardly Dog called Before Courage, about a baby Courage and his homelessness, I think. Sounds... I don't know. I want to see John Dilworth do more, because I hate how Cartoon Network has like abandoned their old cartoon guys. But I don't know about that one. That one, I don't know. Anything you want to say about that or no? I probably should have sent you the video on that. Sorry. Well, WB is officially canceling their Looney Tunes movie Coyote versus Acme, where Coyote sues the Acme company. There was a lot of attempts to get this movie released, but Warner Brothers, who's being run by an asshole, just kind of gave up, and it's official that the movie is probably going to be canceled. And it's going to be a tax write-off, I guess. That sucks. It sucks for everyone. And it's going to be terrible for Warner Brothers when a lot of their directors decide to leave because they don't want their fucking movie canceled after they finished it.
Yeah.
Godzilla Minus One, the director, wants to make a sequel with Hollywood actors.
Oh, God.
Let him do it. I loved Godzilla Minus One. And I want him to make a sequel and just give him as much money as you can give him, because holy shit. And then cancel the fucking Monsterverse, because that shit's stinky as hell. So the new Deadpool 3, has an official name. It's called Deadpool and Wolverine. And the trailer popped up this week. And within 24 hours, it became the most viewed movie trailer of all time on YouTube. So that's cool, I guess. I don't know much to say. I don't know anything about X-Men. Deadpool 1 and 2 were good, I guess. I'll probably watch it. I hope that when I went to see Deadpool 2, there were like a bunch of little kids in the movie theater. And they were just having the time of their fucking lives watching Deadpool. And I'll be honest with you, I would love to go to a theater and just have a bunch of kids freaking out at Deadpool again, because it was so fucking funny. Because the Deadpool would do something like terrible or say something really bad, and kids would be like, yeah! Fuck yeah! It was one of my favorite experiences. I don't know who let their kid watch a Deadpool 2 in theater. The movie starts with a montage of Deadpool trying to kill himself. So, yeah. The creator of Pop-Tarts passed away.
Who?
The guy who invented Pop-Tarts died.
Yeah, you made a flat cake. Fucking good job there, bud.
I, as a kid, had a little too many Pop-Tarts a couple of times.
You made a very thin cake, but you made it taste shitty. And you put fucking shit in the middle of it. Good job. You definitely invented something there.
I loved them. I loved them so much they gave me diarrhea, and then I had to stop eating them. But yeah.
How many Pop-Tarts do you have to eat to get diarrhea?
Well, when you're into... Listen. Okay. I don't know if I should bring up the story. Basically, I don't know how old I would have been, like 5 or 6. I like Pop-Tarts. I've never been the biggest Pop-Tart guy. But my mom, like, for some reason, I guess it's like in the early 2000s, Pop-Tart would have like 1 million new flavors come out at once. And so my mom bought like 3 or 4 boxes of Pop-Tarts, all of which were different flavors she never tried before. And one morning, I was like, ah, fuck it. And I just started, like, I think I ate almost every single Pop-Tart of all 4 boxes, all different flavors. I had colored shit, and I had diarrhea. I don't know the flavors. Sorry.
Don't act like you wouldn't do that again today.
Pop-Tarts are okay. I don't get excited for Pop-Tarts.
I don't like Pop-Tarts.
I call them Poop-Tarts after that experience. I forgot I used to call them Poop-Tarts.
4 boxes of Pop-Tarts. The dam just burst and it's a terrible day.
This was like little kid me too. I'm like 3 feet tall. Like, where's all those Pop-Tarts going? I don't know.
Out very quickly.
The worst part was like I said, in the 2000s, they just had like a bunch of experimental flavors, so they probably all were shitty. They're like fudge cake Pop-Tart flavor. Like, oh yeah.
Remember the mystery flavored Pop-Tarts?
I don't.
Oh, I think they had it had to be Dorito. A Dorito flavor, a nacho cheese flavored fucking Pop-Tart.
You know, you did remind me of something. Back around 2010 or 11, I'm trying to remember what it was. There was Stride. Stride had a mystery flavor, and I fucking loved it. I think it was kiwi, but I love that packaging. I love that logo, and it lasted for like 2 or 3 years. The Stride mystery flavor. Like I said, I thought it was kiwi, but I liked it too much.
Again, Pop-Tarts aren't good, especially after you get a fucking nacho cheese Dorito fucking Pop-Tart.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. They got some weird ass flavors still. Like, they have Fanta Orange flavored Pop-Tarts. Ricky has to try one of those now, don't you?
No, I don't want to try a Pop-Tart, but please make sure that I'm saying this correct and it was nacho cheese Dorito.
Nacho cheese. Okay. Disney is making another live action movie. Ooh, and this time it's going to be Lilo and Stitch.
Just hold your opinions.
Huh?
Hold your opinions on that one. One might actually be good.
I like Lilo and Stitch, kinda. Yeah. I remember liking it as a kid. I don't know. I just don't like live action remakes.
Again, that one might be good.
Do you have a thing for Lilo and Stitch? I don't know.
No.
Okay. Do you just say if there's
I'm just trying to piss you off.
Oh, okay.
That's right there what it is. I'm just trying to piss you off.
Alright, we're down to the final 4 news topics. I promise. It's almost over. So, a YouTuber died. Did you hear about this? No decapitation with this one. So this is a YouTuber I'm only vaguely familiar with, because he used to cross over a lot, but it was a guy named Twomad. Do you know Twomad?
I don't think so.
Yeah, like when he died, his name was like familiar, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then I just like found out he used to do like crossovers with like Call Me Carson and all these other YouTubers I sort of knew. So I assume at some point I watched something with him in it. I just didn't recognize him. But the reason I bring him up is because this just shows you the fucking life of YouTube. So he died, and it was like news broke. He died, and like within an hour, people were just immediately talking shit about him. Yeah. They were like, "Oh man, who would have thought this YouTuber is a pedophile? He did this. He abused his girlfriend. He was dating a 16-year-old."
And none of that actually happened.
I don't know. Apparently some of it did happen. But just one of those things where it was just hush hush until he died, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you know what I knew? He did some stuff." It's like, well, didn't you say fucking earlier, asshole? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who Twomad is, but I guess he did bad things, or maybe not. I don't know. He's a dead guy. Why do I care? He also died. He also died playing Overwatch 2, and if you play Overwatch 2, perhaps you do deserve death.
Wait, he died while playing it?
He died while playing it. Yes, he did. And yeah, I made the joke. His name is Twomad, and so I said he's now Nomad.
God damn it.
AI. I don't like to talk about AI because I don't think it's fun to talk about. But there is some AI news that is a little sketchy. There is now a really, really good AI video generator. Like, scary good. Like, it could fool me at points. It is legitimately scary, And tricking old people is just going to get easier and easier. And younger, because, like I said, there was one of these videos where I didn't know it was AI until some weird shit started happening, and I realized, that's not real. It looked real. There was a video of archaeologists digging out plastic chairs, and it looked real until one of the plastic chairs just started moving for no reason. And I figured out it was AI. But up until the chair started moving, I swore to fucking God, it was real. It did scare me, I'll be honest. But AI video is getting scary. We're at the point where you can't believe anything anymore. Videos can be faked. Everything can be faked.
Yeah. But the AI music is still fucking terrible, so we can thank God for that one.
Well, to be fair, he probably uses modern artists as a sample. We're down to the last two news. I saved the funny one for last. This isn't big. Venture Brothers, as of yesterday, turned 21. It can legally drink. If you haven't seen Venture Brothers, I highly recommend it. It's definitely in my top 5 Adult Swim TV shows. Alright, the last one. Did you see The Cop versus the Acorn?
No.
Alright, this is crazy. I don't remember where it was. I should have wrote down the location. But there was a video that surfaced. It was a... what's it called when the camera... Body cam. It was a body cam footage of a cop. And so the story of what happened was the cop, I think, was arresting somebody and had them in the back of their squad car. Mm-hmm. And everything was normal, and I guess the cop was doing either paperwork or just hanging out around the outside of his car, and he was parked underneath a tree. That's the important part, because that's where the Acorn comes in. So, the cop arrests somebody. There are some, bystanders watching, because they're like, oh, well, another day in the fucking neighborhood is Shitsville. Mm-hmm. Just watching this guy get arrested. So the Acorn fell onto the cop car and made a boom. Cop pulled out the gun, started shooting bystanders almost immediately.
God damn.
Literally unloaded an entire clip, within 5 seconds. And miraculously, he missed every single shot. Fucking stormtrooper aim right there.
Most police. A lot of police. Can't hit shit.
So he got scared and shot civilians. And then he was calling over the radio, and every fucking cop from the county came in because he reported shots fired, officer hit. So every single cop in the fucking county showed up.
What was he hit by?
Nothing. And everyone looked at him and was like, where were you shot? He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then they reviewed the footage and they realized that on his body cam, you can just see the small Acorn that hit the cop car. Him immediately freak out and start shooting in the neighborhood. And, cop got scared by Acorn. And I guess he was so embarrassed he resigned.
I don't think that's why he resigned.
That's what it said. He said he was embarrassed and that's why he resigned.
I don't think he resigned.
Yeah. But that's the story of the cop versus the Acorn. I will say I think the Acorn won because the cop didn't get a single shot on the Acorn, as far as we know. But the Acorn definitely shot that cop. Maybe that cop shit himself, apparently.
Dunk.
Dunk.
Again, it doesn't... Acorn hitting the roof of your car doesn't make that type of sound.
If you watch the body cam, you can see the Acorn hit, but you don't even hear it. So I don't know what his freak out was. It was out stress of the job, I guess.
It kind of makes a loud thunk, but not anywhere near a gunfire.
Yeah, but...
maybe a 22 that's...
A 22 that couldn't hit you because it's so damn far away.
Yeah, that wouldn't... I can't see the connection there, but I don't know. I've never been in that high-stress situation of a job.
I guess. But, oh man, that footage, I kind of do laugh. I feel bad. But every time he pulls out the gun, it starts shooting the random people. It's really fucked up.
Why?
It's just the way it's framed. It's he's
and how did he hit nothing?
I don't know. He was literally just aiming back and forth, waving his hand with the gun. It was I was just questioning if he just had one excuse to shoot at people. I don't know. Officer down, officer hit. Shots fired. Yeah.
God damn it. Wow. I don't... I guess it's kind of like that one car chase with the people in the Suburban, and I think it was California, the California Highway Patrol, back in the early 2000s. 24 officers shooting at one SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands upon thousands of rounds shot at the SUV with these two bad guys in it, and nobody got hit.
You know what the problem is? In California, they don't got guns.
No, this is back in the early 2000s where, like, quite literally, no one got hit.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where the people they were shooting at just got tired of it, and they weren't even trying to be in cover. They were just like, fucking shoot me. Okay. I'm just going to stand here until someone shoots me.
Oh, we should have chucked a couple acorns at them.
24-hour... I don't know. I think it was like 45 minutes later to cut back. I just go, okay, this is just sad. I'm going to turn myself in so they don't feel so bad. Like, good God, give me your gun. I'll shoot myself. Just get this over with.
I shoot myself in the leg and make it pretend that one of you did it.
Both of them, just not a scratch on them.
Yeah. Well, that's basically all for news. That's all I got.
Yep.
Do you got any news? Anything that happened in the last 2 weeks?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. My throat's a little dry. But I guess we'll get to our topic, which is what Ricky called Tales of the Stupidity.
To be honest, I think we've covered it. Damn.
Yeah. Well, this is our stupidity. So I only have like 2 things written down, 'cause I couldn't think of anything. But basically, I have a list of dumb shit we've thrown into a fire.
No dumb shit we've done?
I mean, I couldn't think of anything on top of my head, but I don't know. When we talk about dumb shit we've thrown into fire.
Yes. I mean, that's going to be the best.
Soda cans. Unopened soda cans. Those are my favorite. So the first person to do it actually was not us. I think it was Kyle.
Yep.
And he taught me a very important lesson that day. That if you just have a can that's unopened and no one's going to probably drink it, just toss that fucker in the fire pit and get ready. Because that thing has like a 5 to 10 minute charge time. Let me tell you. So you can just sit there with all your friends hanging out just knowing that there's going to be like a fucking explosion in the next 5 to 10 minutes and none of them would be none the wiser. And all of a sudden, poof! And it's like it's loud, but it's not intense.
Yeah.
So you'll scare the shit out of them, but nothing will happen, basically. If anything, your fire might get extinguished by it.
Yeah.
But I've done it to Ricky several times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every time. He'll notice, because sometimes I'll start backing away from the fire. You're like, well, what are you doing there, Anthony? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next I got written down were lighters.
Those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite, because those have 3 reactions. 1, they'll do fucking nothing. 2, they'll fucking explode. And 3, they'll flamethrower. Which is our favorite, I think.
Yes.
And those fuckers are so small, but they'll just go... They'll just flamethrower one specific direction.
I've had a flamethrower and then explode.
I wish I could have seen that.
Yes, that was awesome.
But, do you want to tell your favorite story when your dad and sister were next to the fire pit? And then you threw one in? Or do you not remember that?
I hazily.
Basically, Ricky threw a lighter into the fire, and only I saw it. And so he and Ricky basically backed away, and his dad and sister were right next to it, and it literally started flamethrowing right in their direction, like right at them, and they started screaming. This is because the fire pit all of a sudden just came towards them. Yeah, that was probably one of my favorites.
I remember a cold day. I had a small fire going. It was Jeep Guy's brother, and Jeep
Dog
guy,
fucker.
and Jeep guy's dad. Just all standing real close to the fire because it's kind of cold. I tossed one in, and it was one of them. It was the cheap lighters.
Pick.
No, the cheap lighters.
Ooh, yeah.
The good ones, and it was full brand new lighter.
Those are the
I
best.
got a fireball out of the son of a bitch. They all pissed themselves.
That's the best part of throwing shit in the fire pit. It's just, if no one sees you do it, only you know what you just did, and you better run like hell. But also, like, turn around and watch, because something's about to happen.
I'm real good at doing it without anybody noticing. So I just kind of heaved it in. Next thing you know, just boom! Holy shit! What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, next I'm probably going to talk about the most extreme thing we've ever lit on fire or put in the fire pit. You know what's coming up? We fucking put an entire goddamn radiator in the fire pit.
That was the most exciting, but most anticlimactic because there was no reaction.
No, there was a reaction. It just took a long ass time.
Yeah.
So this story involves a different neighbor of yours who's not a pedophile that we know of. He was drunk. He had a bad day, a very bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And he drunk from like 8 a.m. until we had our fire, which was around like 9 or 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just miserable the entire time. And he was like repeating things because he was so drunk that he forgot what he just said and had to say it again. He kept asking me if I was like a vampire or something. And then he was like, we should throw him in the fire pit just to make sure. But anyway, Ricky, he like brought out this radiator. He's like, I don't use this anymore. We're going to chuck it in the fire pit. I was like, oh, that's a terrible idea, but okay. We also had like this drunk guy who's like unstable and can barely stand the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about how shitty his day was and how pissed off he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like chucked a whole radiator in the fire. And it's like, that's not a smart idea. But it like, the best way I can explain it was the radiator would just like slowly increase the fire. Like the fire was getting hotter and brighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the drunk guy, he literally was like, all right, I'm getting out of here. See you guys later. And we waved goodbye. We turned around, and right as soon as he fucking left, the thing just whoo, right up in the air. It was a huge-ass explosion because, like, the oil inside finally started to come out and to depressurize it and just big boom. It was just, like, the perfect time with the drunk guy who probably would have died left right when it exploded.
You want to know the sad part?
Yeah.
It moved that big ass fire pit like 2 inches.
It did?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you have, like a tractor tire or a truck tire?
Yeah, I ended up, because I keep track of where the fire pit is to see if I have to lift it back up, and it was 2 inches lower the next morning.
We fucking rocket propelled that thing downwards. That was fucking crazy. But the thing that I remember was the horrible smell of that shit burning. Was not great.
Yeah, it was. Oh god.
There was no way we could get that thing out of the fire pit because it was like smoldering hot metal.
Yep.
That exploded.
Yep.
But the other thing that I wrote down that I could think of was the time we threw the toilet into the fire pit. Or I guess we should say we just made the toilet into a fire pit at that point.
Yeah.
It was Ricky's toilet. It was kind of nasty. We put it in the fire pit and started the fire in the toilet and around the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And it horrible smell. That was worse than the radiator smell.
Oh god.
But the ceramic started popping and you just get hit by like random shrapnel of hot ceramic
It
toilet.
still does it. It still to this day does that.
The toilet's not even in the fire pit anymore. But we recorded it and TikTok banned that video of us having the toilet on fire. But I think it's still on YouTube. Yeah. And then Ricky threw, was it a rock or a hammer at it and smashed it?
Something I don't remember.
But yeah, well, Ricky smashed the thing while it was on fire.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah. But, Yeah, the toilet one, it's funny, but it's actually probably the least exciting because it didn't really do much of anything other than pop.
I'm surprised the mystery fluid Mountain Dew bottle isn't on there.
We have had a lot of mystery fluid enter that fire pit. You're just like, all right, here are the chemicals I put in, randomly assorted, and I've done it before too. We both had the experience of having mystery liquid, and it never tends to end. Well, no, it does end well, but it ends dangerously. That shit lights up. Mystery liquid does light up very quickly.
Yeah, I don't even know what was in that bottle or what was I dumped in there.
No, neither do I really.
But that Jeep guy still tells this story to this day.
Yeah.
So I have this bucket that I call the radioactive horse piss bucket. So basically all the fluids and everything that I use in the garage gets dumped in this bucket. I don't even remember half the shit I've dumped in that bucket. But
I'm starting to question if we can legally put this out here that we've done this.
It's fine.
Okay.
So I took it, threw it in the fire. And normally they either just pop or they start leaking and flame up the fire. I actually achieved jet propulsion with this one.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. I was there that day.
Yeah, you were.
It came at the rabbit. The rabbit on fire! Rabbit on fire!
I just threw it in. You're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever said, oh shit.
And Jeep guy kind of backs up a little bit. And I'm just like, I'm just going to stand right here. It'll be fine. Next thing I know, the cap melted and it started spinning.
It did.
Phew! It went like 20 feet in the other direction.
You made jet fuel.
Set half the yard on fire. Set my rabbit on fire.
I should mention, the rabbit is not an animal. It's a Volkswagen Rabbit. It's a car.
And, Jeep guy tried to catch it, and I still to this day don't know why. He successfully catch it, and he went, hot.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I do remember saying, oh shit, because I don't usually freak out when Ricky throws things into the fire, but I just had a bad feeling about that one. I was like, oh shit, that's not good.
I'm just like, that was fucking cool, and that was fucking stupid.
Oh, rabbit on fire.
As Justin said, like, hot. Yeah, no shit, you just caught melting a flaming ball of melting plastic with God knows what's in it. And all of a sudden, we're just paying attention to that, and we hear Anthony yell, "Rabbit on fire!" It's like, oh yeah, sure enough, it is on fire. should probably extinguish the entire fucking yard.
The entire yard. But another thing I remember we put into the fire, I wasn't here for this one, but you talked about how one day you were outside and a bird just flew into your yard and died and then landed in the fire pit?
No, it was a squirrel.
Oh, I thought it was, okay.
It was walking on the line. I don't know if it had a heart attack or what happened, but it fell center of the fire pit in the fire.
But that's all the crazy things I could think of that we put into a fire pit. I mean, you put speakers in there. That didn't do anything. Tire. We put a tire in it. And out of all the things we've put into a fire pit, the tire is one of the only times where the fire department showed up.
Yeah.
All because of black smoke. It's like, oh, yeah. Ignore the 50-foot explosion, but, black smoke.
We've spray paint cans, starting fluid cans. What else have I thrown in the goddamn fire?
Starting fluid.
Bottles full of gasoline. Just pouring gasoline and diesel on the fire, that's pretty standard procedure for me.
Yeah. I guess we put wood in our fire sometimes.
The chair that I just lit on fire.
Oh, my old piece of shit chair. I forgot about that.
It's still sitting there. I haven't moved it since.
Yeah, your yard has a lot of things that hasn't moved.
Yeah, well, fuck you, but also true. The 5-gallon gasoline, I was drunk. Like, I was mega drunk.
Yeah.
Like, this is right after Dad had the stroke drunk.
Oh, that was during the time period when you were really sad. Ricky, I'm not gonna lie, Ricky, you're kind of a sad drunk.
Not all the time. Only in that time period, really.
Yeah, okay.
And I dropped an entire 5-gallon bucket full of gasoline just by the fire. And I'm just standing there like, shit, that wasn't supposed to happen. And my buddy, Stoner Jesus, just grabbed me and pulled me away as soon as it went, whoa!
Yeah.
That's actually why the side of my garage is all melty.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. You just keep listing things, but I can't think of anything else.
Is there anything not fire-related stupid we've done?
Well, I did have something else written down, but they were kind of more younger stories of us.
I mean, we can go into those stories.
I wrote down the recess and lunch stories, which involve recess and lunch, and also driving to and from work, I guess. The only thing I have written down is you had a Ben 10 RV that started like a fight between us, and I thought
it lasted 2 years.
I thought I broke your arm one day because of that Ben 10 RV. Because you like fell down a slide and you're holding onto your arm. I was like, oh shit, did I break his arm?
Yeah, there was just 2 years straight when we would just beat the fuck out of each other for no apparent fucking reason.
The good old days.
Like,
we were friends too. We were like, oh, he's my buddy. I just like to punch him really hard.
There's one time I ran up and just punched you in the back of the head. And then you got a bunch of teachers involved.
Yeah.
And I went like, no, I didn't punch him.
And
then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, you didn't punch me. And then you got in trouble when I did. I firmly did punch you in the back of the head.
I don't know. I just
You're just like, I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth. I said he came and tapped me on the back of the head.
that sounds like something I would
And
say.
we do that. And you started crying, so neither of us got in trouble.
Yeah, that was great. Man, I don't know. We were just some crazy kids. Everybody fucking hated us, I think.
Yeah, then there's the time you Batista bombed me off this one weird fucking playground piece of equipment.
That was the weird slide, I think.
No,
this
I was standing on the piece of equipment. It was right next to some monkey bars. So it was a pretty good job. You just got a running start and fucking Batista bomb me off the son of a bitch. And I don't still to this day know why.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I had some violent tendencies when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
No fucking shit.
Hey, that was my revenge for you punching me. And then we would...
No, that was before.
Man, I wish we had recess as older kids. But we'd probably also kill each other. But recess is fun. I remember third and fourth grade, for some reason, that was the biggest time in my life where women wanted me. My age.
Oh yeah.
At the time.
That was weird.
And so I had two girlfriends, and none of them wanted me to hang out with Ricky, and I think Ricky got angry and hanged out with other people that would anger at me and my girlfriend at the time.
I don't know what went down, but I was just being an asshole.
Like usual.
Because that's what I do. Still to this day. Didn't the one end up actually pushing you down the slide stairs?
One of the girlfriends?
Yes.
It's possible. I pissed both of them off.
Yeah, still to this day they're mad.
I was the one who broke up those relationships. I don't know why I broke them up. I guess I was just kind of ugh.
You were
this sucks.
3rd grade, so you were 8?
Yeah, I was 3rd and 4th grade. This happened both those years. And I do kind of have a story with one of them. One of them came over to my house a couple of times. The 4th grade one. She was a weird person, but in junior high, years after the whole dating thing, she came by to my mom. I didn't know this happened to a couple years later. but she knocked on my mom's door and was like asking if I was home, and she was like hiring people to shovel snow or something out of driveways. It's very strange.
You'd be my last pick for that.
I love shoveling snow, believe it or not.
I have a goddamn snowblower.
My mom buys cheap products, and she brought the worst snowblower I've ever seen. I mean, fucking Scarface could blow snow better than that piece of shit.
I mean, my snowblower, late 60s, early 70s, with a, edger motor that's not meant for winter. Mm. You gotta dump gas in the carburetor, then spray it down with a bunch of ether just to get it to start, but she works pretty damn good.
Yeah, nice. I just shovel, I'll be honest. I want to get a snowblower, but I just don't care at the moment. But that's basically all the school stories I had written down.
There's gotta be some, junior high story.
I probably should have did more thinking into this, but I was coming up with nothing. I really was.
I was trying to think of things.
I guess in junior high, there was this one girl who I will not be named, but she had this huge crush on me. But she was really weird.
Yeah.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, that is definitely the understatement of the goddamn century.
But the big thing is around 5th grade, me and Ricky didn't see each other as often. Mm-hmm. Basically, we would have different classes. I was put in a certain class, and Ricky was also put in a certain class, and we didn't see each other very often. And so a lot of our junior high stories were when we had lunch together, and then you would come to my classroom and play Smash Brothers Melee sometimes.
For the rest of the day.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That also happened in high school, but you weren't there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say being in the special type of class, not the special class, that was Ricky's class. I was in a alternative class. I'm sorry. But we just ended up playing Smash Brothers throughout junior high and high school. Junior high was only on Fridays, but our high school teacher didn't give a fuck, so literally, if we weren't working on an assignment, we'd just play Smash for Wii U, every day.
Yeah.
High school was fun. I had friends. They don't talk to me anymore.
I mean, I did get to go into your classroom in the mornings once I got kicked out of the vocational classes, and I also got kicked out of PE.
Yeah.
I think they just did that so I'd show up.
Maybe.
To be honest.
Just be just let them hang out with Anthony for an hour. They won't commit any war crimes. They'll just talk about things that are technically war crimes.
It's not a war crime the first time.
That's true. It's not a war crime until they put it in the book, really.
Hmm.
So the other story I got, I guess, is driving to work, driving home, back when we worked at Love's. And the two I got is the alternator story, when you had to drive your friend across town, and then we were heading back and your alternator went out, and that was crazy. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, your friend, he worked 2 jobs or 3 jobs, and he didn't get any sleep. Mm-hmm. And so he drove in front of us, and you drove behind. And he lived in a different town. I was close by. And we got him there, and we started heading home, and then your fucking alternator went out. Yep. I think, was this on the Ranger?
Yes.
Yeah, Ricky had a Ranger. And the alternator went out, and that was fucking annoying.
Yeah. Were you riding with me when I jumped the snow pile?
I don't think so.
You had to been.
Maybe.
When I jumped the big snow pile because I couldn't plow the snow, and it was right in front of the spot I parked on. Fuck it, I'm still parking there. Wah!
Oh!
Boom!
I think I remember that now.
That's how I broke the frame. That's how
my car got scoliosis. But the other story, I think this also might have been in the Ranger, was the asshole that decided to pass someone at a red light while we were in the opposite lane. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And you had to put the car in the ditch.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy was a prick.
Yeah.
Fuck whoever that guy was. I should have saw the truck. I
honestly don't remember much about that. I just remember it happening.
You were very angry that day, and apparently you threw a wrench at somebody, but I don't know that situation.
Yeah, when he... Thank you?
No, it was the guy he passed. It was the guy... He was in, like, a bug, I think, and he wanted to see if we were okay, and he got angry at him. Which, to be fair, he was the only one... Well, no. But he didn't do anything. It was the asshole behind him. He was just...
Oh, yeah. He went like, yeah, all right. Fuck you. Pew. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. No, some asshole in a huge... I think it was like a black Ford, maybe?
I think it was a... No, I think it was a gray Ram.
I don't remember. I barely remember what it looked like when it happened. Of course, at the time it happened, I didn't really pay attention to car make and models. I didn't really know the difference at the time.
I'm going to be honest.
That was a bad day.
I probably should have just stayed there and just boom.
You probably should have. That would have been great. And I wouldn't be here.
No, it wouldn't have killed us because he wasn't going that fast. We weren't going that fast.
We were in a Ranger, though.
Yeah, that would have meant he would have died somehow. we would have just been ejected out of the vehicle and mildly hurt.
But do you got any good going home, going to work stories, or any work stories that are stupid things we probably shouldn't have gotten away with?
I mean, driving 2 miles in the ditch because I didn't know where the road was.
Yeah, that's normal.
That was a very snowy night.
Yeah.
I missed that truck.
Which one? Is that the Canyon or the Ranger?
Yeah, that'd be the Canyon.
Yeah, Ricky had a cool little Canyon, and I almost bought it, but I made a dumb mistake and didn't. And then I bought a Cadillac that fucking... What was the issue?
Head gasket.
Head gasket, yes. Fucking head gasket bullshit. And it fucking died like 9 months after I bought it, that fucking Cadillac. Still upsets me. That was a cool-ass car.
Yeah.
Fucking cotton.
Yeah, if it had a better engine, it'd been fine, but, it didn't, so it wasn't fine.
No. If I had the Canyon, I probably wouldn't have any trouble. I probably still have the Canyon to this day.
Oh, yeah. We probably put a lot of work into it, but not near... It would have been worth fixing.
Yeah. And now I have a shitty piece of shit Chevy Cruze.
Do you believe they eventually actually got carpet for it?
Didn't you say a lesbian bought it, or no?
Yep.
Oh, so the carpets do match the drapes.
If they actually eventually... They had it looking... When they got rid of it, they had it practically looking brand new.
That was a nice truck. I wish I could have gotten it. But,
yeah, they put a lot of work in the interior and actually replaced everything.
Nice.
And it actually looked real good when they got rid of it.
Did you want to buy it back or no?
I would have, but at the time it didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm known for buying cars when it made sense.
No. There's a lot of cars you talk about like, damn, I should have bought it. My only one's the Canyon, but you have like your friend's truck, this truck, the Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess if I didn't stop myself those few times, I'd have a lot more vehicles in my yard.
Yeah. You have enough vehicles in your yard.
I'll get the rabbit going again.
Eventually. It's not the rabbit that I think about, it's the other ones, because some of those are fucking wonky as shit. That's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see that on the road again.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
What two I'm saying?
Oh. Yes, I know. The one has been apart a while. I'm working on it. I'm trying not to slam it back together. I'm trying to do it right.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to make fun of you. Tired. But I guess we're probably heading about to the end here.
Yep. That's actually a real good episode.
So one of these days I do hope to get to the 2-hour mark, but I don't think it's going to be this episode because I don't know what else to talk about unless we committed more crimes together. There was that time you and I and your dad were trying to steal a truck, and we thought we heard police sirens, and then the guy who owned the truck was like, "Oh no, you can borrow it."
I don't remember that.
that was like in high school. I asked for your dad for a ride. Like, we're going somewhere else. And then he had to get like some sort of like, not a forklift, like a crane type thing, get it out of a ditch because it was stuck in the mud.
Oh, that.
I don't know what that was about.
That was a tractor.
Oh, we were trying to borrow without permission a tractor. And then the guy came and he was like, whatever.
Oh, there's so much more to that story.
Yeah.
We were taking something to my great cousin's house, something like that. I mean, I don't consider him a cousin. I fucking hate the guy.
Yeah.
And we got the truck stuck in the backyard. I don't remember what we were doing or what we were trying to do. I knew we were going... I think we were going out there to get a trailer for something.
All I remember was your dad was saying something about how he was borrowing something from a friend, but he didn't ask permission beforehand. And so
No. He did ask permission.
Oh.
He asked permission to use the trailer from the person that owned the trailer.
Yeah.
What he didn't ask permission to do is go on this guy's property to get it because, well, none of us like this guy. Fuck him.
Oh. But the guy came around, or was it the guy who owned it, who helped us get it on?
No, it's the guy that owned the property it was on.
Oh.
And because I hate this guy so much, you're in the truck, you can back this. The amount of acceleration that I used to get out of that yard was not necessary. I could have slowly rolled.
I do remember that.
I ripped this guy's yard to shit.
I also remember vaguely when we were doing it, I know we both heard police sirens, and we were like, oh, fuck. And then it turned out there was nothing. There was no cop or nothing. So
Nope.
we don't know where we heard those police sirens.
No, but yeah. I still to this day don't like the guy. I won't talk to the guy. I won't associate with the guy.
Yeah. But, I guess that's going to be the end of this episode.
Just like a guy that commented on one of your posts about the podcast.
Oh, we got questions! I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. We're not done yet. We got 2 questions. One question is, what flavor Asian is Khan from King of the Hill? He's from Laos, stupid. Laos.
Yeah, Laos.
Anyway, the other question was, who is Ricky? Okay, so this old guy, he's like somewhere related to one of my aunts. I think he married into my family. He is a weird dude.
Yeah. It's my great uncle from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of bad situations there, as a lot of anger there if you couldn't tell.
But why? I asked the question, like, me and Ricky are doing this podcast. He literally said, who is Ricky? It's so weird.
And I went, me. And then my dad just started, because my dad hates the guy.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, what did I say? I said something like, he's my pet hamster. Or something. Yeah, that's Ricky. He's my pet hamster.
Yeah, that is actually my grandma's brother.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that guy was someone related to me or married in my family somehow.
May very well be. That may be where the families cross.
Interesting. By the way, for anyone out there, me and Ricky may or may not be cousins somewhere along the line.
Honestly, as long as the families have been in the same area and friends, may very well be.
Yeah. Me and Ricky were kind of destined to be friends, and it was kind of an accident. We were just born at the same time and went to the same school and the same class and just knew each other. And it turns out, a bunch of people in both our separate families were, roommates and buddies.
And yeah. It goes actually really, really far back.
It did.
I've bluntly asked how far back it goes, and pretty fucking far to where very well there could be intermingling and people related that don't know they're related.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, those were our 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually want to pick the topic for next episode.
Okay.
If I were going to change it up a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
So the topic I wanted to talk about was YouTubers we like or dislike.
Oh.
But I wanted to do it in a way where it's like our history with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted us to pick like 3, 4, or 5 YouTubers we can talk about. I'm going to be like, oh, when I first started YouTube, this is who I watched. And I like him or I hate him because of this. And yeah, I think that'd be a nice little topic.
That one can go a lot of places because I can actually give you names and shit.
Yeah, I already know at least 2 of the people I want to talk about. I'm trying to figure out a 3rd and 4th. Like I said, 3, 4, or 5. Those would be good numbers.
And since my history in YouTube is a lot shorter and brought on by you, there might be a lot of matching.
Well, I'm going to mostly talk about YouTubers that I watched as a little kid. Spoilers to when we talk about that, but like, I was like 6 or 7 when I discovered YouTube. I was like first generation YouTube. It sounds fucking stupid, but it's true.
Yeah, I've watched YouTube prior, but I really didn't get into watching YouTube heavily until after 8th grade.
I got really big into it once I discovered it around 2007, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I did not make my first YouTube account until 2011 because I was a dumb kid. Mm-hmm. But I'll talk about that when we get there. Yeah. But next episode, I really want to talk about YouTubers we like or hate and like the history of how we started YouTube with them. Mm-hmm. I forgot how we outro these. I'm really trying to remember.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Well, everybody, this is now officially our longest episode, depending on what get cuts out.
Yeah.
But hopefully you enjoyed it. This is our first new episode that's being uploaded simultaneously to YouTube and Spotify next week. Well, next week, as in after recording this. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that goes well. And the best part is I got to work on 2 thumbnails now.
Yay.
Fuck you, Spotify, using your album resolution. But with that, we're going to end today's episode. And do you want to end with anything? Any last topics or anything you want to bring up?
No, I think we're good. I think we covered everything. I think it was a good episode.
I think it was a good episode, too. All right, everybody. Goodbye.
Fuck you.
And remember, get your pets and weird relatives spayed and neutered.
Oh, that was my part. I forgot about it.
I stole it.
Fuck you.